Good morning to everyone. My name is Sujatha, working as an assistant professor in MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Today I am going to explain chain rule of a partial differentiation. Chain rule of a partial differentiation. So in this one, we will discuss definition of a chain rule and the total differential coefficient, and we will see some problems related to the chain rule and the total differentiation. So first we will explain what is the definition of the chain rule. Before going the definition of the chain rule, first we will define composite function. So if z is a function of x comma y and x and y are function of t, we can call z is a composite function of a single variable t. Suppose z is a function of f of x comma y only. So in that case we can calculate dz by dx and dz by dy. So we can find out the derivatives, but here is x and y are function of the another variables. In that case, if you want to find out the derivatives, we have to apply the chain rule. So here x and y are function of the single variable, that's why you can call the composite function of the single variable t. Suppose z is a function of x comma y, where x and y are functions of another functions. X is function of u comma v, x is function of u comma v, y is function of another function of u comma v. So then z is called a composite function of the two variables u comma v. In these cases, if you want to find out the derivatives, we can apply the chain rule. Suppose z is a function of u comma v, that u and v are functions of x comma y. So this is a composite function of the two variables. In that case, if you want to find out the dou z by dou x, here z is a function of x comma u comma v. Z is function of u comma v. Again, u and v are functions of x comma y. U and v are functions of x comma y. U is function of x comma y. V is function of x comma y. In this case, if you want to find out dou z by dou x, dou z by dou x is dou z by dou u into dou u by dou x. Dou z by dou u into dou u by dou x. Next, dou z by dou v into dou v by dou x. Dou z by dou v into dou v by dou x. Similarly, you can find out dou z by dou y. Dou z by dou y is this one. Dou z by dou y. If you want to calculate dou z by dou y, dou z by dou u into dou u by dou y. Dou z by dou v, dou z by dou u into dou u by dou y. Next, plus dou z by dou v into dou v by dou y. So this is the formula for the chain rule for a function of the two variables. So we can extend this is function of three variables also. Suppose z is a function of u, v, w. U, v, w. U, v, w are functions of x, y, z. X, y, z. In this case, dou z by dou u is, dou z by dou x is, dou z by dou x is dou z by dou u into dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou z by dou v into dou v by dou x, dou z by dou w into dou w by dou x. So we can extend this is three variables or four variables, but in R syllabus is only restricted to three variables. So this is the formula for the chain rule for the two variables, and this is dou z by dou x. Dou z by dou x is function of three variables. We can write that is dou z by dou u into dou u by dou x plus dou z by dou v into dou v by dou x plus dou z by dou w into dou w by dou x. Similarly, we can write dou z by dou y, dou z by dou y and dou z by dou w. So next is, this is z is a function of two variables. Z is function of two variables. Z is a function of x comma y. Z is function of x comma y. So and x is a function of phi of t and y is psi of t, function of a single variable. In this case, we can find out the total derivative. That total derivative is denoted by dz by dt. So because here is z is function of x comma y and x and y are function of t. So dz by dt equal to dou z by dou x, because z is a function of x comma y. But x and y are function of single variable t. X is a function of t and y is also function of t. So in this one, if you want to find out dz by dt, because the single variable we can write that is derivative is denoted by dz by dt. Dz by dt equal to dou z by dou x into dx by dt, because this is a single variable. X is a function of only single variable, that's why you can write that is derivative is dx by dt. So this is the formula, dou z by dou x, because z is function of two variables, that's why we can write dou z by dou x and dou z by dou y. And x is a function of a single variable t, that's why we can write this is dx by dt and this is dy by dt. So this is the formula for the total derivatives. By using this two, that is composite function of two variables and a composite function of single variable, we can do the chain rule problems. First we will see what is the problem. This is u equal to function of x r s t. U is function of r comma s comma t, and r is function of x by y, s is function of y by z, and t is function of z by x. Show that x into dou u by dou x plus y into dou u by dou y plus z into dou u by dou z equal to 0. Here what they are given, u is function of r, s, t, function of three variables, r, s, t, r, s, t. And what is r? R is a function of x, y, that is x, y, z, three variables, x, y, z. Next, s is function of x, y, z, x, y, z, and t is also function of x, y, z, x, y, z. Here if you want to find out dou u by dou x, dou u by dou x, this is the dou u by dou x. The formula for dou u by dou x is, dou u by dou x is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou x plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x. So similarly we can write dou u by dou y, dou u by dou y, dou u by dou z. So before that one we need what is dou r by dou x, dou s by dou x, dou t by dou x. That means first we can find out the partial derivatives of these values. What is r? R equal to x by y. So what is dou r by dou x? Dou r by dou x. With respect to x we have to keep y is constant. So 1 by y into derivative of x 1, that is 1 by y. Next dou r by dou y, dou r by dou y. With respect to y, we have to keep x is constant, x into derivative of 1 by y. Derivative of 1 by y is minus 1 by y square, minus x by y square. Next dou r by dou z, dou r by dou z. So this is, there is no z term, dou r by dou z value is 0. Similarly, we can find out dou s by dou x, dou s by dou y and dou s by dou z. S is equal to x by y. So this is dou s by dou x. Dou s by dou x is 1 by, this is s equal to not x by y. So s is equal to y by z. Y by z. There is no x value, therefore dou s by dou x is 0. Next, dou s by dou y we can calculate. Dou s by dou y is, with respect to y, z is constant, derivative of y is 1 by z, and dou s by dou z. Dou s by dou z is, so y into derivative of 1 by z is minus 1 by z square, minus y by z square. So dou s is t equal to z by x. T equal to z by x. So dou t by dou x. Dou t by dou x is, derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square, that is minus z by x square. Dou t by dou y. Dou t by dou y equal to, so dou t by dou y, there is no y term, so dou t by dou y is 0. Next, dou t by dou z. Derivative of z is 1, so 1 by x. We are calculating the all partial derivatives. Next, we can use the formula. So the formula is dou u by dou x. Dou u by dou x equal to dou u by dou r into, so this is the formula, dou r by dou x. So remembering is also very easy. Dou u by dou x equal to dou u by dou r into dou r by dou x, dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x, dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x. So we can write this one, plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x, plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x. So substitute all the values. Dou u by dou r into dou r by dou x. Dou r by dou x value is 1 by y. 1 by y plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x. So this is 0 plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x. This is minus z by x square. Here we need x into dou u by dou x. That's why calculate x into dou u by dou x. X into dou u by dou x. X into dou u by dou x equal to, so we can multiply this with x by y into dou u by dou r. So here this is 0 into anything is 0. Next one is we have to multiply this with x. Here is x is there, here is x square is there. One x is cancelled, that is minus z by x we will get. Minus z by x. Minus z by x into dou u by dou t. So take this is an equation 1. So we calculated x into dou u by dou x. Next we can calculate dou u by dou y. So dou u by dou y equal to, the formula is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou y plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou y plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou y. So we calculated dou r by dou y. So this is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou y. What is dou r by dou y value? This is dou r by dou y value. Dou r by dou y is minus x by y. Minus x by y square. Minus x by y square. Plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou y. Dou s by dou y value is 1 by z. that is 1 by z plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou y value. Dou t by dou y value. Dou t by dou y value is 0. So, this is equal to minus x by y square into minus x by y square into dou u by dou x, sorry, dou u by dou r plus 1 by z into dou u by dou s. So, here 0 is there, 0 into anything is 0. So, here we need y into dou u by dou y, that is why we have to multiply dou u by dou y with y. Therefore, y into dou u by dou y equal to, so this y cancel, we are getting minus x by y into dou u by dou r plus y by z into dou u by dou s. Take this is an equation 2. Next one, calculate dou u by dou z. Dou u by dou z. Dou u by dou z formula is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou z plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou z plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou z. Substitute dou r by dou z. What is dou r by dou z? We calculated dou r by dou z. Dou r by dou z value is 0. Dou r by dou z is 0. Dou u by dou r into 0 plus dou u by dou s into, what is dou s by dou z? Dou s by dou z is dou s by dou z. This is minus y by z square. Minus y by z square plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou z. Dou t by dou z is 1 by x. That is 1 by x. So, this is 0 into anything is 0. This is minus y by z square into dou u by dou s, that plus 1 by x into dou u by dou t. So, here we need to calculate z into dou u by dou z. So, multiply this with z. Z into dou u by dou z equal to, so this z is cancelled, we are getting minus y by z into dou u by dou s plus z by x into dou u by dou t. So, take this is an equation 3. Adding 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, we get x into dou u by dou x plus y into dou u by dou y plus z into dou u by dou z equal to, so x into dou u by dou x value is x by y into dou u by dou r, x by y into dou u by dou r minus z by x into dou u by dou t, z by x into dou u by dou t plus, so dou u by dou y is this, dou u by dou y is this one, minus x by y into dou u by dou r plus y by z into dou u by dou s, dou u by dou s minus y by z square into dou u by dou s plus, sorry, minus y by z into, so this one minus y by z into dou u by dou s plus z by x into dou u by dou t. So here is minus z by x into dou u by dou t, this is plus z by x into dou u by dou t, this is cancel. Minus y by z, this is plus y by z into dou u by dou s, cancel. X by y dou u by dou r minus x by y dou u by dou r, cancel. We are getting 0. So this is equal to 0. Hence the result. So that is the result, x into dou u by dou x plus y into dou u by dou y plus z into dou u by dou z equal to 0. We are using the chain rule, we can find out the partial derivatives. So next consider one more problem, that is u equal to f of y minus z, z minus x, x minus y. Show that dou u by dou x plus dou u by dou y plus dou u by dou z equal to 0. So here is y minus z, take y minus z is some r equal to y minus z, and s is equal to z minus x, and t equal to x minus y. So therefore y is function of r, s, t, and r, s, t are functions of x, y, z. So u is a function of, you are getting u is a function of r, s, t, and r, s, t are functions of x, y, z. So this is x, y, z. T is also function of x, y, z. X, y, z. We have to find out dou u by dou x. Dou u by dou x means, what is the formula for dou u by dou x? Dou u by dou x is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou x plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x. Next dou u by dou t, dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x. Similarly, you can write dou u by dou y, dou u by dou z. So that means we need dou r by dou x, dou s by dou x, dou t by dou x. That's why first find out the partial derivatives of r, s and t. So therefore dou r by dou s equal to dou r by dou x equal to, with respect to x, there is no x term, that means dou r by dou x value is 0. Dou r by dou y equal to, so with respect to y, derivative of y is 1 and derivative of z is 0, that is 1. Next dou r by dou z, dou r by dou z, dou r by dou z equal to, derivative of y is 0 and derivative of z is 1, here is minus is there, this is minus 1. Next one is dou s by dou x, dou s by dou x is minus 1, dou x by dou y is, there is no z, y value 0, dou s by dou z, dou s by dou z value is 1, dou t by dou x, dou t by dou x is 1, dou t by dou y is minus 1, dou t by dou z, that value is 0. Next find out dou u by dou x, dou u by dou x, dou u by dou x is, formula is this one, dou u by dou r into dou r by dou x plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x. So this is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou x, dou r by dou x value is 0 plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou x, dou s by dou x value is minus 1 plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou x, that value is 1. So this is equal to minus dou u by dou s plus dou u by dou t. Finally, we are getting dou u by dou x equal to this one. Take this is an equation 1. Next, calculate dou u by dou y. Dou u by dou y. So, dou u by dou y formula is, what is dou u by dou y formula? Dou u by dou y. So, this is the dou u by dou y. Dou u by dou y is dou u by dou r into dou r by dou y. So, dou u by dou r into dou r by dou y. So, plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou y. Dou s by dou y, dou u by dou s into dou s by dou y, plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou y. So, dou u by dou r into dou r by dou y, we calculated 1, plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou y. Dou s by dou y, we calculated that value is 0, plus dou u by dou t. Dou u by dou t into dou t by dou y, that value is minus 1. So, this is equal to, therefore, dou u by dou y equal to dou u by dou r minus dou u by dou t. So, take this is an equation 2. Next one, calculate dou u by dou z. Dou u by dou z. Dou u by dou r into dou r by dou z, plus dou u by dou s into dou s by dou z, plus dou u by dou t into dou t by dou z. We are calculating our partial derivative, substitute this one. Dou r by dou z. Dou r by dou z is minus 1, that is minus 1 into dou u by dou r, plus next dou s by dou z. Dou s by dou z value is 1, plus 1 into dou u by dou s. Next one, dou t by dou z value is 0. Therefore, we can write dou u by dou z equal to this one. So, this is an equation 3. Adding 1, 2, 3. Adding 1, 2 and 3, we get dou u by dou x plus dou u by dou y plus dou u by dou z equal to, so dou u by dou x means this one minus dou u by dou s plus dou u by dou t. So, dou u by dou y is this one plus dou u by dou r minus dou u by dou t. Next, dou u by dou z is this one. So, this is minus dou u by dou r plus dou u by dou s. So, dou u by dou s minus dou u by dou s minus dou u by dou s plus dou u by dou s cancel, dou u by dou t minus dou u by dou t cancel, dou u by dou r minus dou u by dou r is cancel, we are getting 0. So, hence the result. So, this is about the chain rule for z is a function of x, y, z and x, y, z are functions of u, v, w. So, this is the chain, we can apply chain rule in the Cartesian coordinate system. Next session, I will explain so how to find out the chain rule in the polar coordinate system. Thank you.